Developing nations are under ever-increasing pressure to cope with population growth, rising food prices, and the uncertainties of climate change. The widespread use of modern agricultural practices and efficient irrigation systems is essential to solving these problems. The Gambia in West Africa is a country shaped by its great river. Its waters are used for irrigation to grow rice. As the population expands, so does the need to increase production. Fatima, like most women in Gambia, is responsible for feeding her family. And if she works hard enough, will be able to produce a surplus.
The rice is very important to the people here. We can sell rice to send our children to school and to pay their medical bills.
With an increasingly erratic climate, subsistence farmers face the constant risk of drought or floods. Last year, floods ruined Fatima's rice crop, and with nothing left from the previous year, she had to rely on government aid. The Kuwait Fund is supporting projects to regulate water supplies through a system of canals. Now, farmers no longer have to fear the unpredictable climate. And in addition, some of the funds have been put into supplying tractors to further improve rice production.
The difference between the tractors and using our hands or animals to farm is that if you use a tractor, you can farm 10 hectares a day.
With 2 rice crops a year, Fatima can ensure that her children go to school. In Sri Lanka, the Kuwait Fund has been contributing to the massive Mahaweli Ganga development project for over 30 years. Such a vast and complex enterprise required the painstaking integration of roads, dams, reservoirs, and irrigation canals. With each new phase, the local farming population were consulted, informed, and introduced to new ways of thinking and working. By making large-scale, long-term commitments, the prospects of a whole country can be transformed. Nearly a quarter of the world's coffee is grown in the Dak Lak province of Vietnam. The increasing demand for coffee worldwide drew millions of farmers to the area. Rainforests were cut down to make way for new farms. But when coffee prices collapsed, followed by major droughts, the new farmers lacked the skills and equipment to cope.
Life was really difficult. Locals used water from the well and had to haul it up twice a day.
In 1996, the Kuwait Fund supported a policy of reforestation, diversification into new crops, and expansion of irrigated land. More than 50 new small dams and weirs were constructed. Pumping stations now take water to the farms, and drainage networks have been rehabilitated. Coffee farmer Mr. Trin Quang Thai is no longer vulnerable to the rise and fall of coffee prices because he now has the infrastructure to grow other crops.
Life is better using the irrigation system. It's already having a positive effect on farm production.
Today, the Dak Lak economy is more stable and is constantly improving. The Kuwait Fund supports irrigation projects in many parts of the world and helps farmers adapt to efficient agricultural techniques, enabling them to look forward to a secure future. The Kuwait Fund, helping people help themselves.